Media archivists work in the graveyards of dead technology, VHS, 8mm film, and magnetic tapes, hoping to rescue lost data before the hardware that reads it decays into uselessness. For an archivist named Elias, this work happens in a basement filled with the hum of CRT monitors and reel-to-reel decks. His latest find is an unmarked canister from 1984 containing The Whispering Woods, a children's show that never made it to air. As the tape plays, the footage displays a quality that shouldn't exist for the era. The colors are hypersaturated, the shadows possess an unnatural depth, and the entire production is devoid of music. The only sound on the track is a rhythmic, heavy human breathing. It isn't a sound effect. It is the clear audio of someone standing directly behind the camera during the 1984 recording. Archivists view themselves as passive observers of the past, but by threading this specific rail, Elias has engaged a mechanism that does not just play back, it reacts. 2 minutes into the playback, the internal logic of the recording breaks. A detail in the background of the puppet stage begins to shift in real time. A figure is visible through a window at the back of the set. This person is wearing modern studio headphones, the exact model Elias is wearing in the basement right now. Elias hits the pause button, but the footage doesn't freeze. The lead puppet, a mangled crow named Nevermore, ignores the command and slowly rotates its head to look directly out of the screen at Elias. The media has ceased to be a recording and has instead become a live synchronization. The window on the 1984 set is no longer a piece of scenery. It is a direct view into Elias's current location. The separation between the watcher and the watched has vanished. Elias isn't looking back at 1984. The 1984 broadcast is staring at him. The anomaly moves beyond the screen. A low-frequency hum begins to vibrate through the studio monitors, sustaining its volume even after Elias physically pulls the power cables from the machine. This diagram shows the specific audio footprint flooding the room. The signal has spiked at exactly 19 Hz, the ghost frequency. This is a sub-audible tone, or infrasound, which sits just below the threshold of human hearing. While you can't hear 19 Hz, you can feel it. It is the resonant frequency of the human eye, causing it to vibrate within the socket, which induces a biological state of deep physical dread and creates peripheral hallucinations. This mechanical vibration is turning the basement air into a physical extension of the tape. The sound waves are oscillating the room at the exact same frequency as the magnetic data on the reel, forcing the environment to sync with the recording. The 19 Hz tone acts as a carrier wave. It isn't just making Elias feel fear, it is physically shaking the room's atoms into the same frequency as the digital signal on the tape. As the physical resonance intensifies, the structural integrity of the basement begins to fail. The room is no longer reacting like a solid object. The concrete walls and wooden shelves begin to lose their depth. They are being replaced by flat, low-resolution textures, as if the basement is being recalculated by a computer with limited processing power. The breakdown reaches Elias. When he tries to touch the equipment, his own hands dissolve into crackling, black-and-white television static. The physical matter of the room is being systematically deleted. In its place, the internal environment of the tape is rendering its own data over the coordinates where the basement used to be. The recording has finished its transition. Elias is no longer a person watching a tape. He is a piece of data being processed by the tape's engine. Elias tries to grab the film reel to tear it from the deck, but his static-filled hands pass right through the plastic. His physical mass has already been fully converted into the medium. He looks at the professional monitor one last time. He is now a character on the set of The Whispering Woods. The Nevermore puppet leans over his shoulder, its wooden beak moving as it whispers his name into his modern headphones. The feed cuts to black. A technical difficulties card appears, flickering with that same oversaturated glow. In the real world, the basement is empty. The monitors are dark, and the film reel is gone. The only thing left is a new digital file on Elias's computer, titled The Archivist, Final Edit. When we obsess over the data of the past, we assume it is a fixed, dead thing. But some media is not a recording of what happened. It is a blueprint for what is happening now to anyone who dares to hit play.